You are listening to the Free Spirit Astrology Podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Free Spirit Astrology Podcast. I am your host, Brandy Williams, here with another update for the week ahead. There is a lot going on this week, a lot of relationship things happening, self-reflection things happening, retrograde. We got big Leo energy coming in, past relationship, PTSD, triggers, all the things. And we also have a new moon. So let's get into the astrology of the week and break that down. Monday, July 21st, we have Venus, our planet of beauty and relationships and friendships, women, business, and money, in the sign of Gemini, flirty and friendly. She's our Alice Cullen. She's squaring the nodes of the moon. Out the gate, we are coming into this point of tension or concern about something, or we could be meeting somebody, new people and prospects for business, networking opportunities. So something is starting to unfold in the area of, beauty, money, pursuits, friendships, colleagues, peers, networking, or something we're noticing in relationships. There's a little breadcrumb that is being placed at the beginning of the week of something unfolding, something maybe faded, or just, maybe something that's starting to really irritate us a little bit is coming into our awareness. But this is just telling us to honor what we are supposed to honor during a new moon week, to pay attention, go inward and reflect and take stock of ourselves and how we're feeling about certain things. Pay attention to the inner signs and signals, because there is some type of turning point, and by the middle of the week we may have a little more insight to what that is. We also have Mars in Virgo conjunct the South Node that's also in Virgo, giving us a little mind-body awareness of what doesn't feel good, what seems out of place. There's something that we feel like we want to take action on. There's something that we want to check off of our to-do lists. And maybe we feel criticized. Something feels controlling, annoying, out of place, some type of projection, something feels confining, and something may need to be eliminated, or some type of situation that we kind of feel like we want to get out of in a certain way. And then by Wednesday, Mars in Virgo is going to come into a square with Venus in Gemini. So this is the lovers getting into a quarrel. This is the battle of the sexes, but it doesn't have to be like man and woman. This could be this Virgo energy of needing to have the logistics, the list, what's the plan, versus the Gemini energy of, listen, I'm chilling, I'm vibing right now. I'm just playing with some things. I'm just moving some things around. It's not even that serious. You're doing too much. And so then we have these two energies, and these points of annoyance begin to progress, and somebody got somebody else fucked up. Or somebody got us fucked up, because you playing with my time, you playing with my emotions, or you doing too much of who you think you're talking to, because I'm not your kid. Something like that. So yeah, this could be a point of needing to take something more seriously or needing to loosen up. This could be a point of creative possibility, sexual tension. This could be really playful, but this can also feel very confrontational and just really tense. So just depending on how this looks in your chart and how this is affecting you, this could go either way with Mars and Venus, because they are the lover. So sometimes a square means, some hot and steamy, flirty, fun, playful, but also serious, happy time. However, what I know about all of these energies is that Mars being in Virgo, the South Node being in Virgo, and Venus being in Gemini are all currently being hosted by Mercury, who is very much retrograde in the sign of Leo. It's giving misunderstandings and ego tensions and assumptions and travel plans going crazy. And I thought you were going to pick me up. Well, I thought you were Ubering situations, transportation issues, flat tire, battery situations, stuff like that. I tried to call you, but your phone's going to voicemail, and then the other person didn't think you called them situations, shit feeling real raw. It could be feeling real raw right now. We could be annoyed. We could be triggered, which is all building up to this Leo new moon. We have this discontent going on. So there's a need for introspection, to revise, to reflect on, to revisit something, revisit a past conversation, revisit how we used to operate in past relationships. Because when Mercury is in retrograde, there's going to be a redo in some part of life. So this is another opportunity to take a step back, examine your own thoughts, examine how you're coming across, and know that everybody is going through some major shit right now. And then by Tuesday, the sun is going to enter the sign of Leo. The sun is at home. Our very own Aaron Pierre. Girl, listen, he got that shit on. Smelling good, giving very much big D energy. And when the sun is home and in his high expression of Leo, the sun is really confident and courageous, has a big heart. He's flashy. He's in his quiet power. And he's shining because he's the motherfucking sun. That's what suns do. They shine. So, the sun in Leo is going to shine unapologetically. It's going to illuminate everything and anything that it touches. And when he's on, he's also putting you on that pedestal to shine, because there's room for everybody. The sun shines his light on everybody. He a confident king. And we love a good, confident, generous, romantic king. But there's always a shadow side to energy. So when the sun is in a low vibe Leo expression, it tends to burn the people around them. People that get too close, because that energy can be very cocky and competitive. It doesn't want you to shine because it doesn't feel very shiny about its own illumination. It can be very pompous and arrogant and egotistical, ostentatious and pretentious, and has this false sense of confidence and this false sense of pride. And an unaligned, fearful Leo will put on a facade, will be very much in performative energy, will do things for likes, wants to do things to get attention, wants to be better, will step on people to get results and validation, and will do things from a very head space, not from the heart. And Leo rules the heart. And we all have been in the lower expressions of all the energies, because we have all the energies in our chart. But awareness is key. And we know we are embodying a high vibration of Leo confidence when we are doing something from the heart, doing something intentionally having fun, tapping into creativity, into our childlike joy, being intentional about joy, laughing and playing with the energy and being generous and wanting other people to shine too, and clapping for other people, and just putting something out in the spotlight for the world to receive and for the world to enjoy. That's what that aligned high vibe Leo expression looks like, and that's what it feels like inside of us. And then by Wednesday, the sun is going to receive a little jolt from Uranus in Gemini. They meet in a sextile, and Uranus is breaking barriers in the way we utilize technology, in the way we implement different types of technology into our businesses, and also in the way we communicate and on different communication platforms. So this could really be us communicating differently. We could be falling out of these people-pleasing type of ways and saying, you know what, no, I'm not about to be quiet on this. I'm going to speak my mind. And it don't have to be combative, but it's going to be authentically what I feel. And I'm going to express the way I feel, and I'm going to communicate those things and not hold those things in. This is also an energy that's saying, hey, if you are in a creative mode, you're in that Leo energy, play with something, switch your style up, add some more color, move some things around. Maybe you are moving furniture and redesigning something. Just play with some new ideas, play with the feng shui of something, and have fun while you're experimenting. And then by Thursday, lots and lots of things going down. So let's first talk about the new moon that's happening in the sign of Leo at about 2 degrees. If you have your birth chart, you want to look and see where 2 degrees of Leo is showing up for you. We have the sun and moon together, and this is the time of the month where we are doing what we do during new moons, setting intentions, asking questions, planting seeds. And in this cycle, we're planting seeds in the Leo part of the garden. So planting seeds of personal courage and leadership, asking the cosmos to reveal what it looks like or remind us what it looks like to shine from our heart space in our authentic light, asking ourselves, are we doing what we're doing right now from the heart space? Are we being true to ourselves and our own creativity? Does this bring us joy? Are we pouring into things that make our hearts burst with joy? Are we operating in our true gifts and from our true talents? And if the answer is no, why? That's why we're going inward. And we're going to get quiet and we're going to reflect on why we could still be in performative energy. Are you afraid? Because when Leo energy gets scared and it doesn't receive feedback from the crowd, it doesn't receive the validation, it can be very performative and it could be competitive and it could feel salty and it could feel sad and deflated. But that higher vibration of Leo knows how to validate itself. It doesn't need the crowd to clap. It claps for itself because it shines from the heart. And when you're doing something from the heart and not the ego, you're going to reflect the light on the right people who are going to be attracted to it. And they're going to come to the stage because you're the sun, because you're the motherfucking sun. And the sun gonna shine. Okay. And so this new moon in Leo is in a tight opposition to Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. Now, Pluto is that energy that comes to tear shit down. And in Aquarius, it comes to tear down and dismantle all the stuff that you're doing that's not like you. The things that is not your authenticity. And this is a cosmic wake up and keep it real call. Okay. This is a cosmic call to keep it real. Get out them people lane and get back into your lane. Take off that damn mask. That mask don't even fit you right. Are you doing these things for likes and follows and clients? Remember when you did that last time? How'd it work out for you? Damn near drove you insane, didn't it? You almost lost your way, didn't you? You come too far. You come too far to turn back now. You might feel a squeeze and you might feel pressure and you want to get out your lane and do something different, but you know that that's not going to work for you because the cosmos had already showed you that wasn't going to work for you. And some of us feel like we need to do something to appease other people. Some of us feel like I want to do this because somebody suggested it and I don't want to let them down, or they just want to hop on to somebody else's good idea. But in the body, Mars conjunct the south node, it don't feel right. It feels out of alignment. It feels confining. It doesn't feel like you. And you already know, we're going to find out sooner than later that that's not going to work. We're going to have to release those things. And some of us are already realizing that, and we are beginning to communicate that because it's just getting too small. It just doesn't fit. These are not my shoes. They don't fit. They hurt. I got to take this off. And that might piss some people off because we have an opposition between the sun and Pluto. That's going to bring up power struggles and ego dynamics, triggers. And that's going to have some people feeling like they're coming up against the will of others. And some people are going to want to flex muscle, right? And then some of us are going to remember what it feels like to be in positions where we had our power taken away from us, which is what Pluto also indicates. A time where you were disempowered and how you found your power back. And we are going to feel triggered if this is our situation. And in those triggers, we are going to go into survival mode where we're going to want to fawn, fight, or flee. And this is when you want to get quiet and do what you got to do to put yourself in a safe state of mind and remind yourself, I'm grown now. I'm safe now. Can't nobody make me do nothing that I don't want to do. And you don't have to sign off or answer anything. You get to be still and you get to reflect. Now, also on the 24th, we have the sun in Leo making a trine to Neptune retrograde in Aries. That Aries energy is all about I am. What am I doing? Who am I? And so we're reflecting because Neptune is the spiritual world. So we're going inward. We're meditating on these triggers and the things that are coming up for us. And is this really my lane? And Neptune retrograde is saying, you know what your lane is. And you know that this thing is not it. And then you want to notice, do I feel the urge to comply? Do I feel the urge to fawn? Where has it been like this before in the past? Where have I shown up like this in a people-pleasing way? Where are the boundaries being blurred? Or am I ready to fight and be defensive because I feel like I have to roar because I don't have my courage yet? In my high expression of Leo, I'm getting there. Give me time. But this is your time to just stop. Just stop and reflect. We got 4 retrogrades. You're reflecting. You're reflecting on the way that you interact with other people and how comfortable you are at being yourself. And if you're willing to trust what you can't see and follow the dream. And the sun is also going to be in a trine with Saturn, who's retrograde in Aries. And grandmother Saturn is like, listen, you gonna hold the line for yourself this time or no? Are you gonna have the courage to keep your word to you? Because you're real loyal to other people. You always showing up for other people. You don't like you said yourself, if I said I'm going to do something for somebody, I'm going to do it. But can you keep that word to yourself? Can you honor yourself like you honor other people? Can you review your own habits and the people that you're around? Are they safe? Are they helping you be the best version of you instead of being what they want you to be? How is your environment? Is it set up for a win? And if not, the love and compassion. Because guess what? We walking away from all that self-criticism so we can be in good relationships, so we can get clear about who we are and attract clear people. We are going to just have the discipline to tighten up and the discipline to honor ourselves and the discipline to know that if we keep building something, it's going to last for the long haul, right? Have the discipline and the self-compassion and the love to be the best version of you that you can be, because we don't die in bunk beds. We did not come here to live another person's dharma, to live another person's destiny out. We were called to serve in the way that God called us to serve. We were called to serve in our own unique ways, and we know deep down inside what that is. And if we don't, even more reason to get quiet, to get very quiet, get spiritually quiet. It's hard to get quiet when you got the drink in your hand. It's hard to get quiet when you always on the phone and helping people with their problems and you overworking and scrolling. Can you get quiet and come into stillness to see what's going on with you? Okay, so I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Lots of relationship and self-reflection things going on this week. Reflect on how you are showing up for your own calling and showing up for yourself and the things that you want. Reflect on how you're showing up in relationships and know that whatever's happening on the inside is being projected to the external. Don't take on other people's shit. Don't take on other people's shit that they haven't even handled, and reflect on whether or not you're throwing out shit to other people that you haven't handled. And we just want to remember there are 4 retrogrades happening. One is in Chiron. 3 of them is in Aries. We are unlearning and relearning ways of being and individuating and being our own authentic selves. And we got Mercury in Leo retrograde. Communication shit is looking crazy. Okay. If you don't have clarity on something, if somebody ain't said it with their mouth, it's probably not a good idea to assume right now. And everybody's going through something. Every single person is experiencing 4 retrogrades. We all going through shit. Take care of yourself. Be in your own boat. Have a great week. Reach out and touch if you need to talk. I am offering 1-hour quick check-ins for anyone who has had a reading from me, but they just need some help navigating the little minutia and ins and outs of these retrogrades and these transits. And we'll talk about it. We'll talk about how your personal transits are creating an even more detailed story to what's happening in the cosmos right now. So I will check y'all next week, and I hope everyone has a safe and restful week, and talk to you later. Bye. You are listening to the Free Spirit Astrology Podcast.